What's up, my Gen X and Millennial sports fans? Welcome to Nice TV, where we discuss sports and the business behind it. As you may already know, we have 3 shows coming out per week. So make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss any shows. Now, let's get to what's happening in Atlanta with the Falcons. Will they regret hiring Kevin Stefanski? You're darn right they will. How did this coach, who won Coach of the Year just 2 years later, end up without a job? All right. It's not a riddle that I'm asking you. It's the strange reality of Kevin Stefanski's career. The Atlanta Falcons may have just signed up for the next chapter, and everyone is wondering if it's a brilliant move, if it's a disaster waiting to happen, or if it's further collusion in the NFL. Oh yeah, this one is going to be a good conversation, barbershop talk for all you people who believe in collusion. All right, we're also going to check and see what Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco have to say. You know, I give it to you straight, no chaser, nice and smooth. Don't go anywhere. Let's get into it. All right, guys, looking at Stefanski's time in Cleveland, it's everything and confusing at the same time. His regular season record was 45-56. You may say, what went wrong? Well, it was an absolute train wreck in Cleveland. The Browns had a dismal 8-26 record over the final 2 seasons Stefanski was there, which led into his firing just this month. The Browns owner, Jimmy, put it bluntly, our results over the last 2 years have not been satisfactory. And that's all he said. The big question is for Atlanta, what kind of coach did they just hire? And why did they hire him? Is he the one that's actually going to resurrect a franchise, or is he going to be the one that headed the franchise when it all fell apart? If you're like me, you would see all the red flags that took place in Cleveland. The biggest red flag was his time in managing the quarterback situation. Stefanski's downfall in Cleveland is directly tied to Deshaun Watson's career there, as well as Shedeur Sanders. And let's just be frank, it's not a good look. Do you guys agree? Or do you disagree? I want to hear from you guys in the comments, right? Another major concern is the offensive identity crisis that is taking place. Stefanski built his reputation as an offensive guru, but in Cleveland, the offense looked almost anything but that, and at times pretty lost. For 2 straight seasons, he gave up play calling duties to his offensive coordinator in an attempt to find a spark, an offensive-minded head coach who had to outsource his own offense in troubling times. Crisis pointed to the lack of identity and abandoning the heavy run that they once had. Play action foundation that brought in his initial success. He stayed away from it. If the experts can't fix his own specialty, why did Atlanta believe that Stefanski can fix the situation that's been going on for almost a decade in Atlanta? All right, it's an ugly one. The case for Atlanta, despite this ending, the Falcons aren't just rolling the dice. They're betting on another side of Stefanski's resume. This is the same coach who won Coach of the Year in 2003 and navigated a season that required 5 different quarterbacks. He's praised for his steady demeanor and building a professional, accountable culture. What do you guys think? All right, if you guys want more content that cuts through the noise and gives you a different perspective and allows you to converse, make sure you guys like and subscribe so you guys can hear more just like this. But without any further ado, let's hear a little bit about what Shannon Sharp has to say.
Do you believe Kevin Stefanski is the right guy? Because at the end of the day, anybody could coach this team. But for Michael,
yeah,
I think that
right after these
Dad
messages. Jeez.
with walking by
Hey,
Halloween.
Regular
I did
walking?
have this paid. What happened?
No,
here.
I'm sorry.
All right, but
That's
let's
impossible.
get back
So
we
what
can
should he
hear a
do?
little
How old is your father?
bit about what they have to say.
Yeah. Hey, that's tough. That's tough. I'm not sure. Based on what I've seen, I know at one point Kevin Stefanski was two-time coach of the
Yes.
year. It's solidified, and he can do something with Michael Penix Jr. if he feels Michael Penix Jr. is the future, which he
better
has
be.
to be being the 8th draft. You know, so if he comes back healthy. But I know he's gonna want some security. He's gonna need a security blanket because Michael Penix Jr. is injury prone. So I'm not sure what that looks like. I don't think they're gonna allow Kirk Cousins to leave because he will at some point, if things don't go the way they should, he will be that backup in that security blanket for Stefanski. Because if you don't have a quarterback, he's gonna be right back in the same situation he was back in Cleveland.
I agree.
Now here he does have a much better supporting cast offensively. He has a much better supporting cast defensively. So I think they will. Well, no, not much better. Let me take that back. Defensively in Cleveland, he had a much better defense, but offensively, he has so many weapons at his disposal to work with. I think he's going to be okay.
Yep, I absolutely agree with what Ocho Cinco and Sharp had to say. The quarterback situation is up in the air. Kirk Cousins is going to be on standby, but Penix is uncertain. His future, he needs to recover, and they have to manage this correctly. Now it's your turn. What do you guys think was the best move? Was this a mess up by the Falcons, or is it a brilliant move in hiring this coach? Maybe they have some success in the future. I want to hear from you guys. And if you guys are getting value from breakdowns from like this, hey, do me a favor. Please like and subscribe. It does help the channel, all right? And we're going to watch this train wreck happen together, all right? I certainly think that, this was not the best hire available. Do I think that it's collusion through the NFL with Shedeur Sanders and the Deion legacy? I don't think so. But, hey, tell me, prove me wrong. I want to hear from you guys, all right? Give me the facts on why this is collusion by the NFL by hiring Stefanski in Atlanta, all right? A reward for doing Shedeur Sanders wrong during the draft. That's what some people think, all right? I want to hear what YouTube has to think, all right? So we'll be talking soon. While you're at it, watch one of these videos right here. Sure you'll like it. Until the next time, family.